Hi, Adam John Williams here, hacker, maker, inventor, musician, and I run hackathons, which means I use Arduinos a lot. And I've got something cool to show you today. It is the new Arduino Zero. This is what the Arduino wanted to be when it grew up, and here it is. So we all love the Arduino, we use it for projects all the time, but sometimes that little processor is not enough. Well, here we have something in the same form factor as the Arduino Uno, same pinouts that we're all used to, but with a 32-bit ARM Cortex M0 processor. It's got a lot of the same functions we're used to, but now you can drive 12 channels of PWM output. It has true DAC, so you can generate actual analog voltage. And because we're not limited by the 8-bit math of the processor of the previous boards, we can do things at a much higher resolution. The onboard ADCs run at 12 bits, and the DAC runs at 10 bits. So suddenly this becomes a much more useful board for certain things. You can run your sensors, very high resolution, or like me, you can even use it for real-time audio processing, which is something I previously would not have considered with one of the 8-bit variants of these boards. And you're going to find lots of stuff immediately quite familiar, but first of all, you'll notice 2 USB ports. It has a USB host now. You can plug a mouse into it, you can plug a keyboard into it, you could probably plug your kettle into it if you really wanted to. I've been trying out fast Fourier transforms, wideband on real incoming audio signals, and it works great. I could happily use this for a piece of audio equipment now, which is not something I would have considered with an Arduino Uno, beyond more of like an experiment. So as a music hacker, one of the reasons this board's so attractive to me is the combination of a more powerful processor plus high resolution DAC and true DAC output, which means I can use it for musical purposes, and suddenly being able to generate actual voltage becomes very useful. So I'll just do a little comparison. Let's see my previous attempts to do things like that on an Arduino Uno compared with the true analog output of a Zero. So check it out, here's the same triangle waveform being generated and sent to the DAC output of the Arduino Zero, and suddenly you can see the difference, it's obvious. PWM is great if you want to fade an LED or control a servo, but some things just need real voltage output, and here it is. It's nice and smooth, that 10-bit resolution is great. This suddenly becomes useful for audio, interfacing with other equipment, all kinds of stuff, and you don't need to mess around building additional bits of hardware or buying shields. It's built right into the board. It's super easy, the same analog write that we're used to from PWM outputs to the digital pins of any Arduino, but suddenly it becomes a much more usable signal. So to demonstrate what can be done with this new, more powerful board, I've made a music visualizer. It's doing a live fast Hartley transform, 256 bands on a line input, and generating the output to a display over a serial connection. Let's have a little look at what it can do. So that's the Arduino Zero. It's not the first 32-bit Arduino board. Previously we've seen its bigger brother, the Arduino Due, and 32-bit Arduino compatible boards such as the chip kit from Digilent. But while it may not be the first, I think so far it's my favourite. It's got great high resolution inputs and outputs, familiar form factor, and it's at a great price. So if you want to check out the world of 32-bit computing on this kind of scale, check it out, could be the board for you.